So here I am, out on the streets with my head in my hands. I've got no plan, only to see you again. Don't get me wrong, sometimes I like being kicked on the ground. I'm not that strong, but then I come to my senses. Yeah! I'm coming. You can feel my power. And I feel what is real when she feels me. And I feel what is real when she feels me. And I feel. Don't be afraid. Who that man with the scar on his it's a charade. It's just the way you've been living. Yeah! I'm coming. You can feel my power. And I feel what is real when she feels me. And I feel what is real when she feels me. And I feel. And I feel what is real when she feels me. And I feel what is real when she feels me. And I feel. And I feel what is real when she feels me. And I feel what is real when she feels me. Yeah. And I feel.
Hi everyone, Dan here, and I just wanted to put a little snippet about Astroworld and what we do because I want to start getting the word out because I think it's becoming more and more of a giant community, and I want to get the word out to some other people. So what we do at Astroworld is We hold astrophotography chats on Wednesdays at 9 p.m. and Fridays at 8 p.m. Eastern time. And we just talk astrophotography. Wednesday's more of a techie kind of advanced intermediate, and Fridays is more of a newbie kind of thing. So if you want to check us out, and if you want to, hang out with some semi-decent people that like to go off the rails a little bit and have fun while they're doing it, come check us out at astroworldweb.com, and you can check out the schedule, and you can sign up for all the free giveaways that we do. We just gave away an Eagle 4 Pro, an Optolong filter kit, Charles Brackenstein's books, and a whole bunch of other stuff. So come to astroworldweb.com, hang out with us, have a good time, and as always, remember to keep imaging, keep educating, and clear skies. And I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.
Where did my color go? Got your head in the sand. You can't be in control, using a powerful hand. I wanna be you, I wanna see you. Don't taste the kisses of hate. Don't try to tell me, don't try to sell me, don't try to say it's too late. You're gonna push me to the edge, back me in a corner, making me stand in your shoes. Push me to the edge, hide a little color, it's black and white and blue. Black and white and blue, yeah. All right. Cat learns to ring a bell. Rat gets free from the maze. We can be taught to love. We've got to learn to wait. I wanna see you, I wanna be you. Don't taste the kisses of hate. Don't try to tell me, don't try to sell me, don't try to say it's too late. You're gonna push me to the edge, back me in a corner, making me stand in your shoes. Push me to the edge, hide a little color, it's black and white and blue. Black and white and blue, yeah. I wanna be, I wanna see you. Don't taste the kisses of hate. Don't try to tell me, don't try to sell me, don't try to say it's too late. Push me to the edge, back me in a corner, making me stand in your shoes. Push me to the edge, hide a little color, it's black and white and blue. Yeah, black and white and blue. You're going black and white on the edge, back me in a corner, making me stand in your shoes. Push me my telescope now. Get what's wrong with this thing.
The lost Lone Ranger, can I break this spell? Do one thing right, do I make two things wrong? If I want to stand by the line, I will always take the fall. If I just do left, I can hear from the right. I sleep all day long, and then I'm breathing through the night. I've seen a lot of bankers, and I've seen a lot of cops. I've seen a lot of lawyers pull out all the stops. I've seen a lot of children with their parents in their hands. I've felt a lot of women refuse to understand. Well, I don't think I understand why we're making such a fuss. And I don't think I understand what's come of all of us. And I don't think I understand why we take this world for granted. I just want to get right back to Guitar Players Planet. You see it in the papers, you read it every day. The riots and the fires going on in South LA. The muggers and the government, they're all wanting the same thing. They take all your money and whatever else spring. Well, I don't think I understand why we're making such a fuss. And I don't think I understand what's come of all of us. And I don't think I understand why we take this world for granted. I just want to get right back to Guitar Players Planet. Take me. And I don't think I understand what's come of all of us. And I don't think I understand why we take this world for granted. I just want to get right back to Guitar Players Planet. 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 Spring, summer, and fall. Doesn't matter what season
Annular
at all.
eclipse.
New York boy, troubled again.
Don't let you back.
So do man. Don't you know the mindset? That's why I said
You ready for the solar eclipse? Are you ready for it? October 14th this year, the annular eclipse, followed by April, another total solar eclipse, and you get your own branded Astroworld Telescope solar glass made by American Paper Optics today on the website, astroworldtelescopes.com, or give me a call, 516-273-3771, and we can get you a set of 4 of these for $9.99. come on down again, actualtelescopes.com, and keep editing as long as you don't have a solar field. Keep editing. Thanks, guys.
Proud man never gonna die. He's gonna give it a little more bottle. He's finally thrown away the bottle. Don't you know the monster has finally set me free? And don't you know the monster is down on his knees? Can't you see? Can't you see? Give up the fight.
It's gotta mean something. It's gotta. So here I am, out on the streets with my head in my hands. I've got no plan.
All right. What's up, everybody? We
Hey,
made it back. And yes, Tom, I'm exhausted. I am. And to that note, this is for the last star party for me for the season because I am done driving. I am done. I am finished.
How many did you do this year?
3.
You did 3.
Well, 4.
Okay, 2 at Cherry Springs,
2 at
1
Cherry
in
Springs,
Nebraska.
1 in Nebraska, 1 in Canada.
Okay, yep, that's true.
So I'm telling you right now, because if this thing really comes to fruition at Okie-Tex, I'm telling you right now, and if anybody wants to involve, as long as you're a clean person, I don't know who these people are in the chat, but you got to be, no body odor or a stinky breath or anything like that. But if you want to, I'm going to I'm gonna drop a trailer there. I'm gonna rent it, and everyone pays their share. I'm gonna drop a trailer there because I'm done. I'm finished. Yep, Tom, I am finished with the cold and standing out there. You know what? We all have the capability at this day and age, if you're doing astrophotography, to remote desktop into into your computer.
Yep. Yep.
Okay. Why in the God's green earth would we want to stand outside from like 8 o'clock to 6 o'clock in the morning just so I could look at a computer screen when I could sit there and drink my paper planes and watch a computer screen from the warmth of an RV that sleeps 7 for, I don't know,
Exactly.
$250 a night.
Exactly.
So they drive the RV, they drop the RV, they level it, they do everything, and they take it home. You don't even have to drive the RV; they'll drop it wherever you're going.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I
That's
mean, that's it. I can put up my satellite. I can put up my antenna, my satellite dish, watch TV, watch, like Mark's saying, watch Netflix or pop in some Blu-rays or DVDs or whatever. And
dude, we could
then
we could Netflix and chill at the star party.
exactly. I mean, I can either use my, like I'm taking my refractor to mine, so I can use my ASI Air if I want to, if I really wanted to, or or you can still use Nina, and I've got the little routers and all that stuff, so I can remote desktop into it.
Yep.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I mean, it's so like commonplace now that you could sit there and just use your laptop as a monitor. Excuse me, I'm going to sneeze for a second. I don't know. Excuse me. I apologize. But it's so commonplace now that everyone's got either ASI Airs, Melees, Eagles, whatever it is that you use.
Yep.
And why? Why would we do this to ourselves? Why would we torture ourselves to sit outside and it was 38 degrees in Cherry Springs.
I don't get it.
38 degrees. And I'm telling you right now, me and Mark that's in there, Bob, I'm sorry, Bob, I missed you. Bob, we got to get together. We'll get together. We'll have dinner on me. We missed each other. He's got AT&T on his phone. There's no AT&T service up there. Everything else is good. Verizon's good. Even T-Mobile's good up there. But AT&T just is completely horrible. And he was actually there's 2 parking lots. There's a main observing field and there's a temporary observing field where you can leave and go as you please, whatever time of night you want to go. But there's no electric over there. So you got to go there with your power pack.
Yep.
So Bob was over there, even though he had a ticket to be in the main field because I gave him one. So I'm walking around the field at like 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock at night saying, what about Bob? What about Bob? You got baby steps up Orion Avenue, baby steps, So I was like, there is electricity there, but it's not as extensive as it is in the main field. There's like literally like it's really garbage over there. But
yeah,
it's good,
and I mean,
you can leave. You can get up, like you go in the field,
yeah,
and you are stuck there till 6. However, my buddy, I don't know if he's in the chat, but my buddy's in a wheelchair, so he gets to park in the handicap spot.
Okay.
So we left at like 2 o'clock in the morning almost every night because it was just too darn cold. It really was. And even through all that, I still got about 10 hours worth of data on Barnard Z. And I literally just finished stacking it right now on the show.
Nice.
So if you want, we'll take a look real quick. And let me see if I can bring it up real quick. And yeah, here it is. That's just out of the stack. There's no processing. Just out of the stack. Yep. So that's actually a super stretch, if I remember right. And control, yeah, that's the regular stretch.
Okay.
And that's the super stretch. So
that's a super stretch.
So hey, I'm super excited to try and get what I could get out of this.
Yep.
I'm sure
Absolutely.
I needed like another 10 hours, but it's gonna suffice for me for right now. My
There
second
you go.
shot at a dark nebula, you know.
Well, congrats, man. Well done.
So
It
and
does
again,
look. I mean, you're. I know you'll clean it up and get it
oh yeah,
all,
oh,
prettied
you don't want
and
me to go in. You got to see
everything.
the noise in here. I mean,
Oh
the,
yeah, I mean, I'm sure. And then you have such a dense star field. I know you're gonna probably do
oh,
some
I'm
blur
gonna
exterminator or some sort of,
well, look at the colors of the
star
stars.
reduction.
Look at the colors. The
Yeah, but the
blue
colors
and
are good.
the colors are nice. The stars came out good.
Yeah,
Um, really super
good.
impressed on how. Although the third night, I got oh man, it didn't. Look at that little piece of star's got to go.
Yeah, so you'll crop it. So it's all.
Crop too, so it didn't do a very good job, in my opinion.
Mhm.
But I mean, there's a lot of noise still, a lot less than it would be on Long Island. But I
Uh-huh.
mean, it looks. I mean, I'm happy with just the raw data,
Good.
and that is, I think it was 8 hours and 52 minutes.
Okay.
I think almost 9 hours.
Yeah, I've still got my dark shark to work on. Um, and I see, Tom, you're also working on the shark. We've even got the shark as an entry for image of the week this
Oh,
week.
do we?
So yes,
Ah.
so don't
Well,
forget,
speaking of
guys,
which, do it.
to
Say it. You could say it. Go ahead.
so don't forget to get over there at astroworldweb.com/IOTW. Voting is open. So apologies for the tardiness on that. Just real life gets in the way sometimes, but it is up. We have two great entries um, this week, and I encourage everybody to go out there and vote and talk to your friends and fellow astronomers and imagers and get them over to astroworldweb.com/IOTW and get them to vote as well.
Absolutely.
So yeah. Tom, how much data do I have? I want I have to calculate it all. I want to say I have about maybe 14 to 15 hours.
Is that over 2 years or?
No, no, this one is just from this year,
You should try
with the
now, let me
FOTW.
ask you a question. So which I know you did the Dark Shark last year
Yes, I did. I did with the Rasa.
with the
So
Rasa at
mhm.
what, 400?
Yes, that's at 400, and the FLT is just a little bit above that, so it's like at 420.
Why
So
don't
yeah,
you?
I can definitely stack them together.
Yeah, man, incorporate the
Yeah,
both of them.
yeah,
Then you
yeah. No, that's a great idea. I'll
give it
have
a
to take a
shot.
look see and integrate them all because, of course, you have different optics and stuff like that. And with this, I'm using the 2600 mono. With that one, I want to say I used the 294 one shot. So we'll take a look see. And see how that I can definitely check that out and see how it could see how well I can get those two together and get them processed for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean,
um so no, that's a really good idea.
yeah, you should definitely do that because it's why you got the data and they're
I've got
similar
the data.
focal length.
Yes,
So
absolutely. Yep.
just rock it out, man. I was gonna say something else, but I won't. I didn't drink enough. But rock, dude. Why? See, the funny thing is what we do sometimes. We do data, and all of us have been doing this for quite a number of years with quite a
Mhm.
number of different telescopes or cameras or whatever. And
Yeah.
we always kind of start over, I guess.
Over. Yeah,
We always
you're
kind of
right.
say, you know what, let's leave that data. But if it's good data, I mean, don't get me wrong. If it's something that you took 10 years ago with a Photo Smart 850 with, that's just complete garbage, no, you're not going to want to stack that. But if you're sitting there and doing, you got decent data with different scopes, there's
Hmm.
no reason in hell where you can't fit them and stack them and integrate them together and get
get a better result.
You are absolutely right. And I'm just reviewing my image because I've done it. I've done the Dark Shark in 2020 with the Rasa. And I did it last year as well.
Might want to think about putting that all together.
So yeah, and I can definitely think about putting it all together. I mean, I've got all the data here, and I really should think about going ahead and doing that. For sure.
Absolutely.
So no, that's not a bad idea, man. It's not a bad idea at all.
I mean, try. I don't know if maybe you just want to do the Rasa and the 91 first, see if that works, and then put the stuff from 2020 in later.
Yeah, because this is all because that's what I'm saying. The ones I did from 2020 and from last year, they were both with the Rasa.
Yeah.
So it's all Rasa data,
Yep.
and I can put it on. I've got all of the calibration frames. I've got my lights here, so I can definitely see about doing it all together and merging this one shot color data with my mono data now and see how it all goes. And you made a great point. So I'd be really curious to see how it all turns out.
Absolutely.
Well,
I do have some. I don't know, Eric. Do you want the bad news first or the good news first?
Always give me the bad news first.
Good. I love that. All right. So the bad news is Friday night, I'm not going to make it. I can't make the show Friday night.
Okay.
Jen's got a dinner that she was invited to, and I have to go be like the token husband. So I got to do that. However, Steve from Entering Into Space is going to be coming on and being your wingman.
That's awesome.
So I hooked that up today. And so he's going to come on and hang out with you. And
that's awesome.
So you won't be lonely. You'll be lonely.
So I won't be so lonely.
But I'm not going to be able to make it on Friday. If I tried to get Jessie to come on, but she's still working and going crazy.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's school year, school time.
So, it just started. So a month ago. So she's a mess. So Steve is going to be on with you, and it's going to be cool. It's going to be cool. So.
Well, congratulations, Charity. That is awesome.
What happened?
Awesome news. I'm happy for you. Happy for you, your health, everything. It's nice. Always.
I'm past the 24-hour mark.
You're past that 24-hour mark. You know what? Those first 24 hours.
Were you a smoker, Eric? Because
briefly, I was briefly.
Well, let me tell you, I smoked from when I was 17 or 16, all the way through to December 1st, 1999. So that was, let's see, so it's 17, so that's 87 to 99. So 12 years.
Yeah.
And let me tell you something. I quit smoking, and I use the patch, and I don't care. Patch or nothing. You don't know what it's like unless if you're some sort of drug addict or something that quit something that's addictive. You have no idea what it's like, because you know what? It is. I don't care, patch or not. It was probably one of the hardest things I've ever had to do. It is so difficult. So let me tell you, stick with it. But let me tell you a little story about, and we're going a little bit off the beaten path here. But let me tell you a little story about the nicotine patches. Okay. Back when Nicoderm first came out, they came out with the Nicoderm patches. This step 1, step 2, step 3, and you had like a 20 milligram, a 10 milligram, and like a 5 milligram patch. As you get weaned off the nicotine as the weeks go on. So in the instructions, the directions on the box, and it said, take a new patch every day and put it on a different part of your body until you get to week 2. And then when you get to week 2, do the same thing with week 2 and week 3. whatever. So this lady sued Nicoderm because she went into nicotine shock because nowhere did it say to take the old patch off. So she went to the hospital in nicotine shock with 37 patches in different spots all over her body. and she was just keep on sticking them on like fake tattoos. And, you know,
oh man.
that's a true story. It's a true story. Look it up.
Oh man,
But anyway.
that's yeah. I'm sorry. That to me, those are the things that not only make you go, it's the things that make you go, duh. What are you thinking?
You know what? You know what? But she won, and that's a sad part.
Oh, really?
Oh, she won. You know what? Just I'll tell
just
you.
Rub dirt on it.
I'll just tell. I'm going to tell you that just rub dirt on it live on the show. Mark got embarrassed a little bit, but we'll tell you a little bit. But let me tell you. I mean, you know what? If a judge would have only went, stop being stupid, and thrown it out, wouldn't have all these crazy lawsuits today. Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, you might be. But
it might be less, it might be more, who knows? But Mark, you won't get embarrassed. Yeah. Okay, so we were in Cherry Springs. We had a great time. So it was me, it was Mark, it was my buddy Ron. Bob was in his own land at the other side of Alaska over there. And I got there Thursday. They were all beautiful nights. Saturday night was a little rough. There was some passing clouds, high clouds, where you couldn't really see them until you took a picture, and then you saw like the orbs of the stars. They kind of got all glowy and everything. So so the whole thing, so we, on one of the days we go to Subway, right? And
okay. Yep.
Subway, it's me and Mark, and my buddy Ron is waiting in the van. And we walk in and we start ordering. And Mark's got this shirt on. It's a red shirt. And it has like a Red Cross kind of symbol on it. And it says, just rub dirt on it. And it's kind of, I didn't know, I thought exactly what everybody else is thinking, that, it has some sort of innuendo in there, but it's a baseball thing. It's like, just rub dirt on it, it'll be okay, that kind of thing. So we walk in this way. This cute blonde, sitting there, really young, like she was like 18 maybe. So she looks at Mark, she looks at the shirt, and she goes to him, the real question is, do you really just rub dirt on it? And I see Mark look at me, and I look at him, and he's like, it's a baseball thing. and we just look at each other like, oh man, we could have gotten so much trouble.
Yeah.
But no, Cherry Springs is great, and if you haven't been there, I did test the skies. I tested the skies with my unihedron.
Okay.
Sky quality meter. Also, I wanted to see if there was any difference between that and the Eagle Eye, which supposedly does the same thing, right?
Sure.
So I said, and I took an average, because you got to kind of take an average of the sky, because you never kind of know, if you're a little bit off here, a little bit off there, because it's very sensitive. It really it judges the temperature and the darkness of the sky. So I click it, I hit it there, I hit it there, I hit it there, and I get it. And I get at about 21.5 on average.
21.5.
21.5. So
that's about,
just to give you an idea. Let me see if I can grab it real quick. Where is it? It's clear dark sky, right? .com. Your sky charts in Pennsylvania, Cherry Springs, light pollution map. All right, here we go. So if we take a look here, so this is where I was at here, somewhere in the fours, right?
Right. Yep.
So 21.5. So it's just a little bit, literally a low 4, you know?
Yep.
So the eagle eye actually came up to on average. Well, you can't do an average because it's stable. You can't really kind of move it anywhere.
Right.
But it was at a 21.6. So pretty darn close.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Pretty darn
Yes.
close to what the
Yes.
unihedron's going. So it's anywhere between a high 3 and a low 4 orbital sky
Okay.
over in
Yep.
Cherry Springs. And if you see where Cherry Springs is, it's right in the dark blue, right at the top here. And
Yep.
we'll do this a little bit right here where the crosshairs are. Okay. And so that dark blue, according to them, it's a low 3. And I would say for somebody who's been going there for 20 plus years, it's
Yep.
not a low 3. It's probably a low 4 now at this point. Now, this map may have been as far as I know, since this came out, this map has not changed ever. This has changed. All this has changed.
Yep.
But the colors of the map never changed. So I'll tell you this. This is more like a light blue now. And then this probably is, this is all Gallatin over here in Coudersport, which is right
Okay.
there.
Yep.
And this is the neighboring town over there. And you actually see this light dome now.
So you see the light dome.
Yep.
From the park. Okay.
This little light dome up here.
Yep.
That's Coudersport. And then this is the park. So I'm able to see that light dome in, what was it, the northeast right here. But that's that. So
yeah, I mean, I thought there were a few comments about what you were saying here. But no, I'm really happy for you, Charity. I mean, trust me. I mean, I come from a big family, and a lot of them, even a few of my sisters were smokers, and they've all quit now. But I know they smoked quite a bit, much earlier and longer than I had. For me, I probably did it for. I was more probably one of those like social type, or when I was working at a restaurant waiting tables, I would get so frustrated. They drive you to, you got either to drink or to smoke or something. And so it only for me, I probably did it on and off maybe about 3 years. And I would nursed that like the pack of cigarettes.
that's what I was going to ask.
That one pack of cigarettes for me would probably last 4 days.
Oh.
Exactly. It was nothing. It was nothing. That's why for me it was easy for me to quit cold turkey.
I was out of probably about a carton of Marlboro per week.
Oh yeah, God.
No. Yeah, I was at a pack and a little bit more a day.
Yeah. So yeah, exactly. So Mikey, you were not a smoker. No.
You know what? You got to.
But I did do it to my body,
or not a smoker.
Yeah, I did it to my body. So, but still.
See, no, but the thing is, Tom, and I'm going to put that up there because that's an interesting point. And I know we're not even talking about astrophotography at this point, but It was, but here's the trick. Here's the trick. You got to do both at the same time because if you're a smoker and a drinker, right? And then you go to a bar or hang out with some friends or whatever, you have a couple
Yeah.
of paper
Cocktails and stuff like
planes in you, and then all of a sudden you're bumming cigarettes off your best buddy, and then you start up again. So it's just it's something. Yeah, this is called Astro Worlds Anonymous, and so you can't do that. You don't even try it because you will fail. I failed. I did. I failed horribly because I quit smoking for like 12 months, and I went to a bar and I started drinking. My buddy Walt is next to me. Dude, give me a fucking cigarette. you know, I can't do it no more. I can't do it. Just give it to me. It's tough. It's not easy, but hey, you know, charity. Listen, we all got your back. All your Astral buddies got your back, and it's
Absolutely.
hard and it's difficult, and I know how hard it is. But as long as if you have the willpower to do that, you have the willpower to do anything. So
Absolutely.
just keep that in mind. And there's a bright light at the end of the tunnel. That little light may be a speck, way, way, way out in the distance, but you know what? You'll get there. Just
You will.
keep on going and just don't drink. Just eat whatever. If it's a mouth fixation, just eat. It's okay. You'll lose weight later. Don't worry. That's another problem.
So yeah. But
you got some news.
Yes. Yeah.
You got
I
some news, and I'm gonna let you take it away because you did what I couldn't. So go right ahead.
So I know people have been asking me about my mount and when am I going to, what have I decided on to get my mount, as far as my mount and stuff like that. And I have made a decision regarding the mount. It's not happening this year. It's not going to happen this year.
Oh no! Why?
I did.
But why, Eric? But why? Why would you do that?
Well, the reason why I'm doing this is I'll share my screen here and I will explain why I'm doing this. Because of that.
And what is that, Eric? What is that?
So I will be purchasing a pre-owned Skyshed pod and picking it up in about 10 days. So I am really excited to heading down south to Indiana. It's about a 5-hour drive to inspect it before I actually hand over the funds. But a gentleman reached out to me. I put an ad out in Cloudy Nights a while back, asking if anybody here in the Midwest was ready to part with their Skyshed pod. And this gentleman was here in Greensburg, Indiana, reached out to me, Roger, and said, "Hey, I've got one," and sent me some photos, and we negotiated on a price which I thought was fair, and we've agreed to that. And I am now going to start taking those funds for the mount and everything, and of course getting the pod, and as well as building the platform in your deck, that I have to support it. So I'm really excited. So I'm going to be busy this weekend and then next weekend driving down to pick it up. So
nice.
Pretty cool stuff, man.
Absolutely,
So pretty
man.
cool
And
stuff.
listen, I'm glad one of us got one because you have the property to do it. I do not.
Yeah. So there it is. It is a one bay. There is a single bay to it. You just can't see it here. But for me right now, because as you guys know, I do most of my stuff down here in my basement, and my backyard's not that far, so a one bay is going to be fine for me. I'm just thankful that I can do this.
Yep.
And I won't have, God willing, we don't have any major tornadoes or anything like
Yep.
that. I will now have a bona fide shelter for my equipment, and it's going to be
But
awesome.
Here's the real question, though.
Yes.
Can you rub dirt on it?
Yeah, I can throw dirt on it. I can rub dirt. I can throw it all.
The whole question is now, this is going to be like the same thing as a moist thing, is it? It's gonna you're gonna rub dirt on the moist, but
yeah,
but
exactly.
is it going to be Titan proof? That's what I want to know.
Yes, it will. Yes, it's going to be Titan proof.
Nice.
It's going to be Titan proof, Celia proof, Shoto proof. It's going to be dog proofed, so it's going to be really awesome. So
I still can't believe you named one of your dogs Shoto.
yeah, my daughter did. So
I got to read that book again. It was so good.
Yes. Yeah, so I will be getting, everything and then doing all what's necessary to get the deck tight, secured, and all that stuff. So it's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome. So
yeah, no, I'm with you, man, because I've been on a pier for 3, 2, 3. I don't even know anymore. But it literally, the first thing that transformed my astrophotography was the Eagle. The next thing was the pier. Holy cow. It made things so much easier. So much easier. You sit there and you have a computer, whether it's an ASI Air, a Melee, whatever. It doesn't matter. As long as you have something that you don't have to connect USB hubs and all this crap to, there with wires all over the place. As long as you have something that you could kind of use where you don't have all that kind of extra baggage, And Eric, you gotta stop share, or you.
I thought I was.
No, you're still on the. I don't understand why you got a 114 in the dome like that. I don't understand that little.
What's that?
The single fork mount Newtonian in the dome.
Yeah, not sure.
Yeah, but it's one of those things where you sit there and you have all these kind of advancements in technology because you're able to use things to your advantage now. So you can sit there and use the ASI Air, the Melee Quieter, the Raspberry Pis, all the way up to the creme de la creme, the Eagle, So, all that kind of stuff is there now. And it's so awesome because you know what? It wasn't that long ago until you had a whole freaking wire canal going off your mount into a USB hub, which fell off the table all the time once the scope moved into your laptop, where it got disconnected because it went too far off your table. It was that kind of things that we were dealing with back, not so, 5, 6 years ago, we were dealing with that.
Yeah.
And now, to what Wayne Parker was talking about at Starfest, the golden age of astronomy. And
yes, we're in it.
Well, astronomy and astrophotography, really,
we are because
in it. We got stuff going on. We got James Webb. We got all the stuff going on with when you got pictures now. 100 years ago, they wouldn't even think about what these things look like now.
No,
it's ridiculous.
I mean, if you could talk to, say, Mr. Hubble, okay, that was named after
Edwin.
Edwin Hubble.
Yep.
If you could talk to, or even have conversations with Galileo or any of the early astronomers, even even in the 20th century, you know, Dr. Lenz, who developed the Lenz catalog of the Dark Nebula,
Yep.
or Caldwell, any of them, and you show them an image of M42 now. If you could show them now a photo of M42, of the Dark Shark Nebula, of the Rosette, any of these deep sky objects now, and saying, this is what I did, and it took me this long, you know, to do it. Say it took 12 or even 20 hours to do it.
Yep.
They would think we are, you know, like witches or heretics or something, you know, all of that, because of the way how technology has changed the game, and CMOS cameras have changed the game. How the ASI Air, how Nina, how
all of it,
the Eagle, how all of it, Pix Insight, you name it, how all of these AI with Russell, you know, Croman, you know, in the Exterminator line, all of this stuff, how now we have all of this, and we've had it now for like starting, say, I want to say like the past 5-6 years, you know, when we really started making this turn to, you know, they would think we are nuts, and or they would say, or they would just be floored being able to see what we can do now and what took them God knows how long. I mean, tell them about auto guiding. Really? Guiding?
What's guy? I sat there with the freaking eyepiece and a crosshair.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You have this, and you have this little thing, and this is a computer, and it can what? This can plate solve. We don't actually have to have plates, you know, these plates anymore.
I'm telling you. I mean, you know, it's crazy. It is crazy, and let me tell you.
Hey, Wayne's on.
Yep. He just sent me a picture too. He's been working on the bursted balloon. Holy crap, Wayne! This is out of control.
Oh wow, yeah, I worked on that as well.
Yeah, well, wait till you see this one.
I'd love to see his.
I'm gonna put it on the screen right now. Here we go.
Oh yes, look at that HA. Oh my god,
that is out of control, man.
That is sick, man.
Wayne, give us some specs in the chat.
Are you freaking serious? 2.5 hours? Shut up.
2.5 hours with what? What is he using?
Are you serious? I know he's got a Hyperstar. Is he using your?
That's right. He does Hyperstar.
Is that the force? That's probably that's what the 14 and the Hyperstar, right, Wayne? Yeah, that's sick.
Oh, Jesus.
2.5 hours.
All right, so Wayne, just so you know, you have now beat Jason, Scott, Pete, and Tim Cowell for the #1 person we all hate now. So we now do hate. We hate Wayne now. We do hate Wayne.
Oh my god, that's too funny. No, it's all out of love though. But dude, that is awesome.
Yeah, that is really ridiculous. He was working on. He emailed me last night. He's like, "I'm on the way to the back cave. I'm gonna do CTB1." I said, "All right."
That's crazy, dude.
Now,
what
Wayne,
camera were you using? What camera were you using with that? With that, because I'm like, man, it was that with the 2600.
It was a
or was it 268?
Same thing.
The 26C.
That's
basically it's the Altair 26C. So that's basically the IMX 571 sensor, I believe.
Yep.
So it's the same thing. That's great work, bud. Great
That's
work.
to you, Wayne. Nice shot.
Yes. You need to send that. You need to send that in, man.
Yep.
That's
cool.
Awesome.
Pretty cool. Yeah, absolutely.
So I'm pretty excited for, having having a shelter for a while. So that I can, house the scope, and
that's going to be a
then
game
it's on
changer,
point.
dude. You're going to be putting your wife's going to love you with all that crap out of the house now.
Oh yeah, she doesn't. I mean, hey, no, because this spot, this whole area, this is mine. This is mine. She don't care. She don't care.
That's your she shed.
This is my she shed. This is my stuff. So from the unfinished spaces where I got all of that crap over there to all of that crap over there and everything back, it's mine.
Well, I gotta throw a thank you to. I mean, I'm gonna preempt this.
Yes.
With a thank you to Wayne. Hopefully, I hope it's a thank you because just be on the lookout for all of us that are on astrophotography technology today, right? ATT, right? The one that Wayne gave us all a free 1 year subscription, and if you want more information, it's pod-s is the code to get a free full year subscription on that. But thumb through it a little bit in maybe a month or two, because you may see some pictures of some people that you might know in there. So just thumb through that a little bit. So it's gonna be a lot of fun. It's gonna be a lot of fun. So you need to finish that bar. What bar?
I was just telling Mikey, no, the bar is finished. I need to clean that.
The bar. Yeah. You need to.
Yeah,
you need to actually drink at the bar. You know that. Yeah. It seems like a very lonely bar.
Yeah, it is a lonely bar because it's crazy because I don't smoke anymore, so I don't smoke, and I don't really drink. I'm not a real heavy drinker. I mean, I just have the bar there so I can sit down and eat meals every once in a while, and I can watch the game. And when if my friends ever show up, if they ever watch this show, you losers. And come over sometime, they can have a seat at the bar and we can watch the game or whatever.
Don't drink, don't smoke. What do you do? Don't drink, don't smoke. What do you do?
No, yeah, I eat junk food. That's me. That I eat junk food, and that's exactly what this is. It's basically it's a soda bar.
Nice.
So that's really, honestly, that's really what it is.
Yeah, no, you know what you need to get? No, Eric and I have been playing what is it?
Baldur's Gate 3.
Baldur's Gate 3, yeah. And it's funny that what was it? Starfield, the game. Not I did look into that after the other show because I was getting kind of annoyed that people were saying Starfield wasn't getting good reviews, and it turned out to be a game, not the scopes. And I looked through it, and unfortunately,
that's me, Tom.
Yeah, it doesn't take. You got to get into it for about 12 hours before it starts getting good.
Time.
It takes time.
So,
but it is if for those of you that know Bethesda role-playing games like Skyrim and Fallout, it takes a while to get into. So, hey, we'll see.
Yeah. So,
people are funny.
Yeah, I know. So yeah, I'll talk to you about it later because I know you said everything got shipped from Greece.
Yep, it should be. It'll be here by the 25th.
Perfect. Is it coming to you first?
Yeah. I ordered some other stuff. So.
Oh, okay, so cool.
It's all together.
All right, no worries. Yeah, the old Avalon Hill games. Yeah.
Yeah, Baldur's Gate 3 is really, really cool. We should do like a gaming show instead of an astrophotography show. We should do
I'm loving this.
No. In addition,
maybe we'll do it on Thursdays. No, I can't do it on Thursday. That's football. So maybe on Tuesdays because it was Tuesday, Thursday, then Friday.
Are you out of your mind? Dude, 2 days is enough.
Tuesday we game. And Wednesday and then Friday we talk Astro World.
I'm gonna need a bigger shaker.
You're gonna need quite a few of those. You'll need quite a few of those. But now also, what time, this, where we are at now, as far as the time of year. We are officially now at the autumnal equinox.
Oh, shoot. Yeah, absolutely.
We are at the equinox.
And you know what that means?
So we are, the later, the longer nights, they've already started coming, but they're officially here. There'll even be more so in November, but it's fall. And you know what that means? M45, M42, all of these great southern targets, all of these southern hemisphere, all these all these other constellations that have been hanging out in the southern hemisphere are now coming back here to the north. So it's gonna be great. And I mentioned Wednesday, last week's show on Friday, that I think I mentioned this, is that my goal is, because I haven't spent time in it, in the past couple of years, is to spend more time in Orion, the actual constellation Orion. Because there's so many targets just in and around Orion that you could spend quite a bit of time you can practically spend your entire winter just in Orion. I mean, you've got M78, you've got the Witch Head, you've got M42 itself, you've got the Flame and the Horse Head.
You got the whole loop.
Yes, you have Bernard's Loop if you grab your DSLR, or if you want to do a mosaic, if you've got the 6200, whatever you got, I definitely would love to, at some point, do an actual mosaic of Orion with my 2600, and maybe with the FLT 91, and it's going to have to be like a 3x6 or something. It's going to be huge. I mean, it's going to be a lot of frames with that. But it'll be something that I would love to have an opportunity, to get out and do that. And Andromeda's back as well.
Andromeda's, you could see it coming up already. So
yes, you can see it coming up. So you can see M31. If you want to go after M31 now, so that is back. The Dark Shark is definitely, this is the time for round now. I think these are the best times for the Dark Shark and the Rotten Fish. Nebulas.
I think I'm gonna have to go down to the beach to get that, because So where is that? That's in the, let me think. That's in the south, right?
Dark Shark?
The Dark Shark and the
No, they're not in the south. No, it's in Cepheus.
Isn't that in the south?
No. Dark Shark and the Rotten Fish are both in Cepheus. I don't think they're in Cygnus. I think I'm right. They're Cepheus.
Oh.
But they were much lower at the horizon. Now they're coming up. Now they're they're higher than but no, you know what? I'm wrong, because to be honest, I did the Dark Shark in July. So yeah, but it's in Cepheus. But yeah, Chris, I would love to do the entire constellation. I would love to, and not necessarily, use a DSLR and, and go out and then, and grab a camera lens, or like my, 50 millimeter or something, which I could certainly do. And you know what? I may just hook up my adapters and use a 50 mil and do the entire constellation. Now that I think about it, who knows? I may not actually go for need to do a full mosaic. But yeah, I do want to actually get the full constellation of Orion if I can.
Yeah, it's actually in the north.
Yeah, it's north. It's in Cepheus.
Yep. Yeah, it's in the north.
Yep.
And
so is
right
the rotten
above the
fish. And the rotten
telephone
fish is
wires.
LDN. Rotten fish is LDN 251, I believe. Because Dark Shark is
251's in the
253.
south.
251 is the south?
Yep.
Okay. For some reason, I thought they were both nearby.
251's by the tadpole cluster. What? Let's see.
I'm sorry, not 251, 1251.
Oh, 1251.
Sorry, 1251. Is in
and
that that's the rotten fish, and that is in
yeah, that's
Cepheus.
in the north as well.
Yes. Because you have 51 and you have 53. They're actually the rotten fish and the dark shark aren't that far away from one another.
Yeah, so that's all in the north. So that means I would
Yes.
have to go to the North Shore.
Mm-hmm.
That
Okay.
means I'd have to go to Orient Point probably. So that's something that I could do on the North Shore, because you know what the thing is, it's going to take multiple times to go there, because you know it is a dark nebula. Shit, sorry,
Oh boy,
no, my wire got stuck on my wheel. Sorry.
that's not good.
Yeah.
For your mic.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd have to go, because you know you don't want to image, especially when you're on an island like me.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to shoot north, you want to go on the North Shore. You don't want to shoot from the south to the north, because you're looking over the island.
Yeah.
You know. So
you got that light. You got the light dome to deal with.
Yeah. So you shoot on the North Shore. If you're shooting north, go on the North Shore. If you're shooting south, you're shooting the South Shore. That's what you do.
Because for me, I primarily most of my targets are all north. That's where a majority of all of my stuff is, because my home faces south, so I can only but if it's above 30 degrees, I can get south too.
Nice.
So I guess I'm not in such a bad spot where I'm at right now. I can get north, I can get south, west. I really don't care much about, because that's where everything is setting, and then I can get northeast. So
nice.
Another one that I like to try to go after, that is coming out now, because you also have M45, which is a great, of course, famous great open cluster.
Yep.
Is another open cluster I'm thinking I would like to go after is the Hyades.
Yeah, the Hyades, sure. Yeah, absolutely.
And, so there's another open cluster that I would like to go after, like that I haven't.
The Arrowhead.
Yeah. So you have Taurus now coming up.
Well, in Taurus, you also got, soon you'll have the Leo trio again, so.
Will the Leo trio? Will you have the Leo trio?
Well, another 5 months.
Oh yeah, I'm saying use a Galaxy. When Galaxy season comes back. But from now,
a lot of people doing Deer Lick right now.
Doing what?
Deer Lick.
Oh yeah, the Deer Lick.
31.
Yeah, the Deer Lick.
The group. Galaxy group.
Yeah, the Deer Lick Galaxy group. Yeah, for sure.
Yep, that's a good one to get.
Also, you've got Thor's helmet now. It's coming.
Yeah, it's a little low right now. You might want to do it in December or November, December, January. It's going to be at least from New York, depending on where you're at.
Let me
from 41 degrees, you might want to wait a little bit on that, because I want to finish that one up. That one I have about 7 or 8 hours on. So did the coat hanger. Coat hanger is cool. I like that.
Yeah. Let me actually take a look at Charlie's astrophotographer planner. And let's take a quick look, at least in my skies, which I'm at 42 42 degrees north as far as my latitude. So me share my screen here, and we can take a look as far as what's coming, up for fall and everything, and things to look at here. Now go ahead and blow this up. And if you guys want your own custom edition of the astrophotography planner, you just need to contact Charles Bracken. And he can, I believe, for $25, you send him your coordinates, and he will send you a custom astrophotography planner based off of your latitude and area. And I think it's good for 3 years. So, and for me, I'm taking a look. I'm just going to take a look at, apologize if I go through this. Okay. The annual visibility. This is what I was looking for. So from October, November, December, anything that is a darker shade of perhaps gray, and even the darkest, those are targets that you can capture best. That's the best time to capture those targets. The darker shades of, this is blue here, the better. I want to see if I can zoom in here. Yep, there it is. Make it a little bit easier. Get that out of the way.
Yeah, see, Thor's helmet is like December.
Yes. So, yep. So December through January here.
And this is a
That's
great
darker.
like framework for those of you that don't know what to shoot.
Yes,
this is a great
absolutely.
framework to give yourself a plan on what to do, what month.
Absolutely.
You
during what month, and how many hours you could expect to get as far as imaging.
How much
during
you
that
get,
month.
or how much you need?
No. How long that target is going to be available to you.
Got it.
Based off of the time of year or your location. So of course, for me, M81, M82, me being at 42 degrees and I'm facing north and everything, for me, just like many others in the Northern Hemisphere, or at least here in the States, it's basically, you can go 10 hours, based off of, so from September, or actually mid-October through start of March, you can image M81 and M82 for at least 10 hours. Yeah. So, and then it lightens up a little bit.
Can you scroll down a little bit? All right.
Yeah.
All right, there we go. Yeah. Okay, because from what I was seeing, basically from August to like October, we're not doing anything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It looks like there's more. There's Barnard Z. We're right in the middle for Barnard Z, which is what I'm doing now.
Yep. That's what you're doing now. So you've got that.
So you got the ring, the dumbbell, the tulip, the crescent, and it gives a lot. You know what? This gives a lot of kind of like the, I don't know if you want to call it the newbie kind of thing, but the things you could start off shooting. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Absolutely.
If you take a look, I mean, the flying bat and the squid is in there. I mean, oh my God, that is a hard freaking object.
That's a hard target. There's some complex and difficult targets here. I mean, you've got some sharpless targets here, 119. I believe CTB 1 is around here. It's further down, which is the one that, here's the Deer Lake group.
There it is, right there at the bottom.
And here's CTB1, which is what Wayne just did, which is great. Here's the bubble and the lobster claw. You got the cave, the wizard, the scarlet letter, and a lot of others here. I mean, you've got quite a bit here as far as information on targets. I mean, here's the Pleiades, the Witch Head Nebula. So you've got a lot here. Here's M42 and 43 in the Bernard's Loop as I keep scrolling down here. And this is based off of also the time of year. So the lower you go, it's like this is now the fall, a lot of the fall targets and winter targets. And then towards the top are more of the early part of the year. And then you have the lower here ones here, the bottom was on the list towards the end of the year. So, I mean, this is a great planner, a great resource. If you're new or if you are still somewhat, or if you're advanced, it doesn't matter. But you're thinking about what can I go after? What am I going to think of? What do I, and if you're just not sure, about what you want to go after for a particular month, or week, or even day, if you've got, like, say, a Hyperstar or Rasa, here you go. And I believe if I scroll here, let me go to, this gives me, for example, here's SH2 Sharpless 308. It gives me the best times as far as the rise in transit times. And this gray area, shaded area, is when you will get the most time out of imaging that target, for example. So I think this is just a very good resource that you can get for 25 bucks. And it gives you the quality imaging hours. And these are the moonless, or your new moon phases, which are shaded a bit more, versus the lighter shade, which is, this is the basic availability of that target. And then nothing from example from April until October. So to give you an example.
Nice.
So yeah, I think this is a great tool that I definitely, you can definitely share with folks and grab. So
yeah.
I hope that, can help people out or give some people ideas.
I wanted to touch on something that I was reading in the chat.
Yes.
AZ Astro, Jay. He's talking about, the star parties in Arizona and how he could be in the best state, and the clubs just completely suck because they don't have any outreach. They don't have anything. Now, I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but I lived in Savannah for a while, and the skies are quite darker than they are up in the Northeast. And what I've found, and even I have friends in Green Valley in Tucson say the same thing, that because the skies are so nice out there, there are a lot less people involved in outreach and stuff like that, because a lot of the things can be done from literally your backyard. And we all know that we kind of, when we're doing stuff, we just want to kind of be left alone and do our thing, right? And sometimes if you're in the mood where you just want to be with people, like in a star party or something else, that's a little different. But when you're sitting there and you're in Bortle 2-3 skies, when you just pull your telescope out your back door, you really need a club or a star party or something like that to do that kind of stuff. So I think that's a little bit of the mentality there. And again, I could be totally misled on this whole thing, but that's my thoughts behind it. There's, when I was living in Savannah, I was living literally, like, I guess 100 miles away from Deer Lick Astronomy Village, and very close by. But I never went there. I went there once just to see it, but I was there just to see it. I wasn't there to do any sort of imaging. I was there just to see it, because outside my back door, I mean, I could literally see Andromeda naked eye. I got a picture of a nice comet that came by. I forget which one it was. That was in 2008. Whatever comet came by that at that time, I got a nice picture of it with my 18-inch obsession. I mean, it was pretty cool. But it's just one of those things where you got to think about it. So, like in New York, astronomy clubs are huge, because there's 3 major ones on Long Island alone. And all of them have 300 to 500 members in it.
Wow.
Yeah. And because it's so frustrating on Long Island, where the light pollution is so horrible that you kind of need a helping hand, or more of a helping hand than you would need if you're on your own in a Bortle 3 or 3, 4, even 5 sky. So
Mhm.
that's one of the things that I would be thinking about.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, for me, the majority of, like, Mark, you were saying, and many others, I think Mikey was saying that they image primarily out of their backyard. I mean, I'm the same way. However, I have also been lucky enough to go to a few sites, and this is one of the things I'm not trying to toot my own horn about, like you were talking about, you want to get at least rent a camper, like
Yeah.
when you go to Okie
Yep.
and stuff like that. So I'm, like for me, I think it's another great tool for me to just hook up and just go to like a dark sky site and set up and still, or at least relatively, like go down to maybe like a Bortle 3 or even a Bortle 2 if I can, and set up, and right there, boom, I can go, and then I can still sleep.
Yep.
The relative comfort or what
Yeah.
have you.
One of the
There are some
things-
advantages and stuff like that.
Yeah, one of the things that we don't talk about a lot with regards to star parties, because it's
Yeah.
really quite interesting, because you want to think about length of drive
Mhm.
versus the darkness of skies that you're going to go to. So if you're in a Bortle 5 sky, right? Like,
Mhm.
Eric, you're in a 5-6.
Yes. Yeah.
So
5, 6,
how far is too far to get that dark? You know what I'm saying? So like, I if I was in your situation, I wouldn't drive 2 hours to get to a Bortle 4.
No, of
It
course not.
makes no sense.
It makes no sense.
You know what I mean? Any drive for me is great, because my skies just suck. They're horrible. Anything is better than whatever. So if I drive 45 minutes or 45 hours, it's going to be better than what I have.
Right.
But if you're sitting there in like Lima, Ohio, small town, observatory down the block,
Mhm.
you're at Bortle 4 walking out the door. Do I want to drive 3.5 hours just for a Bortle 2 sky?
That's a
Is it
very
worth
good
it?
point.
Is
Is
it
it
worth it?
worth it? Is it worth the time?
But that's a conversation I kind of think I'd like to have a little bit. Like, what's
For
worth it
me,
for signal? For a signal,
right,
to get that
right,
signal.
right. For me personally, coming right now at a 5 and taking the drive to a Bortle 3, or but especially a Bortle 2. If I can get to a Bortle 2, it's, for me, it's seriously, it's still just like with you being at a Bortle 9. Even with me at a Bortle 5, getting to a Bortle 2, it's like night and day. It's like,
Yeah.
it's crazy
Yep.
different.
Yep.
The amount of stars you'll see, and as well as, the amount of signal you can grab from your images. I mean, yeah, for me, me going down to from my home to a Bortle 4 site, to drive out that far, it's not worth it.
Yeah.
But if I was going to a 3 or even a 2, oh heck yeah.
Yeah.
I would definitely go, just like you would. I mean, I'm sure.
Yeah, but but what I'm saying is that, like, Cherry Springs like we just discussed, is a low Bortle 4.
Low Bortle 4.
Let's call
Now
it a
it
mid.
is.
Let's call it a mid Bortle 4, because it used
Yeah.
to be a Bortle 2. When I first went there in 2001,
Hmm.
I would put my hand in my face and I couldn't see it.
Yeah, it's
I
crazy
couldn't
what
see my
20
hand.
some years.
I'm able to see people's faces now. You know what I mean? It's not so now do I want to go 2.5 hours east on Long Island to get to a Bordeaux 5 and just have a day, or spend 6 hours to get a low 4? You know what I mean? Is it counterproductive to do that? I mean, for one Bordeaux, you know what I mean?
I guess I don't know. I mean, maybe it also depends on what. If you're doing any type of serious planning of a target, maybe that might play into your decision of if you're going to go to that Bordeaux 5 or if you're going to do that 6-hour drive to a Bordeaux 4, pending on the target. I mean, that could play into it. I don't, that's a possible
And now
thing.
I'm just into getting an RV, setting up my scope, letting it go all night, and having some whiskey. That's pretty much what I'm into right now. Like just hanging out with some friends, like-minded people, guys, girls, whatever you decide to, whatever you are, guy, girl, or other, you know, you know, you know. So, just hang out and do the same thing because we all love astronomy. It doesn't matter if you're old, fat, black, white, Chinese, purple, polka dotted, whatever. It doesn't matter, because that's what we're all here for. Because we're all looking to do the photography and getting those photons and getting that picture and making whatever it is, or doing that Herschel 400 visually and or whatever you may want. I mean, I'm going to be dead before I do my Herschel 400 because it's not going to happen. I think I've been working on it for 20 years. I got like 387 to go, but I stopped doing visual for a while. I can't.
Yeah. I mean, for me, visual, I thought I could do visual, but I fell in love with doing imaging and stuff.
I agree.
That's why I ended up selling all of my eyepieces and stuff like that.
Well, I'm keeping one. I'm keeping.
I just have one. I only have basically one eyepiece now, and it's a simple eyepiece just so I can do some planetary and get locked in on planetary if I ever decide to do some planetary.
Yep.
And that's it. So,
yep.
but yeah, I mean, I've seen here in the chat some folks were talking about Chris talking about he would love to see a launch, and Charity was even mentioning some of the launches. They're dumping out space junk. I mean, we could all have some serious long talks about.
You know what I need to show you? Talk about something. I got something to show.
Okay.
And let me see if I can get it real quick.
That's awesome, Tom. Got to see the Apollo 17 launch. I bet that was the coolest thing you ever saw.
I could bring it up. Wonder if I saved it. Save it.
So now that we are moving towards, we are now into officially fall season. I'd be really curious. Like, what are you really, as far as a plan, for this fall, fall / moving into winter? What targets do you have in mind personally that you think you'd want to either to go after for the first time or revisit to get more data?
Oh, well, I that's an easy one for me because I've been thinking about this for a while. I just got my AP scope. It's the first real fall winter that I've actually been able to use it. I am really going to revisit a lot of the faves. A lot of the things that you mentioned already. The Pleiades, number one on my list. Number one on my list is the Pleiades because you know what? It's right where I could get it, and it's on the opposite side of the gosh darn telephone wires.
Telephone poles. There's
so,
wires.
so
Yeah.
it's on the other side, so I can get it. That I want to finish my my Thor's helmet and
Okay.
my witch head. So the witch head, I'm going to be doing the FRA 400 in a mosaic, and the and I want to do the Medusa too. So that's another one that I want
Yeah,
to do.
the little Medusa.
The little
Yeah.
Medusa.
The
Yeah.
planetary.
But those are
That
the
Medusa
things
is
that
Abel 1, isn't it? Abel
I
1 is Medusa.
believe you're right.
Yeah.
I think you're right. Yeah. But you want to
Yeah.
see something cool?
Yeah, for sure.
This is what happened in Cherry Springs on, I think, Friday night. Ready?
Okay. What do we have here? Is that Eon's? Are those Eon's toys? Elon's toys, rather.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, they kind of look like Elon's toys, getting shot at.
And of course that's
one
what
by one by one.
This is an iPhone that I'm playing with.
Oh, really? Now it's an iPhone.
This is an
That's
iPhone.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
There you go. And move it along.
Yeah. Yeah, those
It's
were
starting to
Elon's
spread
toys
out,
for sure.
and it went all the way over from north to south.
That's awesome.
And now it's there. You go. Now it's coming down.
And yep, it's a space train. It's a satellite. It's a space train. Choo choo.
And then we went kind of crazy. We started to do kind of iPhone astrophotography.
Oh yeah, getting okay.
We're just playing around.
I mean, heck, who is it? Who's the gentleman again? Adrian?
Oh,
I believe the gentleman who does really incredible astrophotography from his phone. We had him on.
Maxi Faliaras. Maxi.
No, I thought it was another. I thought it was another gentleman.
Adrian did landscape.
He did landscape. Okay, thank you.
He did landscape, but
okay, and Maxi did
the iPhone.
Gotcha. And I thought that was incredible, just to be able to do that off of a smartphone.
Yep.
I think he was using a
13,
a Google Pixel,
or maybe a Google.
I don't know
Pixel.
if he did
maybe a Pixel. Yeah. You might be right.
Yeah, but still, just incredible stuff that you can actually get just off of your phone. If you can set up a tripod, and with a camera holder, hook that sucker up, and then set that sucker for 30 seconds and go.
Yeah.
Do a bunch of 30-second shots, and then you can get those out there and stack them.
Absolutely.
You never know what you end up with. So no, that's I mean, those have been some great images that I saw from Maxi and Adrian's, and again, if you guys have images that you love to share and would like to even have a chance to get them into our 2024 Astral World calendar, do not forget.
But
let's
go closing to the end. We're almost at the end.
Yes, we are. We're almost at the end. Definitely do not, give us a shot. Send your images into astralworldweb.com/IOTW and put them in. You submit those for image of the week. You could end up getting the image of the month and have your photo basically almost like immortalized, for the 2024 calendar. What do we have there? Is that
This is the Ioptron Sky Hunter.
All right.
That you could put a Vixen dovetail on it and use it. It's got altitude and azimuth, and you can use it for DSLR.
There you go.
It's got a rechargeable battery. It's got all the buttons and stuff. Yeah.
Nice.
That's for who is looking for it? Tom Peter. And then you also have this guy. He's looking for a tracker. I know I'm blowing stuff up here, but the Ioptron Sky Guider Pro, which is really nice.
That's another very good tracker.
Yep. Rechargeable.
Because
everything.
you can. What's the payload for that? It's like 11 pounds.
11.
Because you can 7.
11.
Oh, 11. It is 11. Okay. Yeah, because you can put a counterweight with that, and then you can even do auto guiding in RA.
Yep.
So
which one's best?
Tom's asking which one's best.
I like the Sky Guider Pro package. I really do. You have to get some other. The thing with the Sky Guider Pro, and I'm not trying to undersell it because it's a really good product. You have to get a lot of extras to make it work right. You need a ball head if you don't have one. You need you need a decent tripod that's light, because you don't want to. The whole point of this is portability, right? So you don't want to sit there and throw this on an EQ6R 1.5 inch mount, So I mean, the 600 DA would work great with that. You just sit there, you get the dovetail, you get the full package, and whatever, you're done with it. The Skywatcher AZGTI, another great job, Tom. Thanks for the input there. The Sky, I haven't gotten any yet, but I am a Skywatcher dealer as well. So, all of them are really.
They recently just finished up having a sale, didn't they? Or did that still?
No,
they have a sale?
Yeah, the Star Adventurer sale. Yeah.
Okay.
The 2i and the Star Adventurer 1 and a couple other ones.
Okay.
You can get whatever you want from me, Tom. Just go on the website and we'll take care of it. So if you want one of these, I have them right here. They'll go out. The AZGTI, I could probably have out in a week.
Yeah, I still would like to look into that. Which one is it? The Apollo Max Pro.
I just sent one out, but I have this one. This is the Apollo M Max, the uncooled one.
The uncooled one. Yep.
This is the uncooled one. Same sensor. This is the 432 sensor.
Yep.
And you know what? They market these, and I was talking to somebody the other day. They market these as solar cameras.
Yes, they do.
They do, but they're really planetary cameras. They can kind of do pretty much everything. They're very versatile. They could do deep sky. They could do everything. They come in mono. And is that? I don't see any. No, I don't think there's any. There's a 174, a 429, and the 432. So.
Yeah, really now cool I'm looking at the 432. I would like to get the Pro Max, the cooled one, and then I can hook that up to the Edge here. I can do planetary with it. Having those large, having those 9 micron, pixels. It's it'll be great for planetary, great for solar. You can definitely do deep sky with it, I think. But I'd like to just get a go for cooled and just boom, be done. Have everything.
And you know what? They've been putting up some darks while they've been doing like they've been doing uncooled and cooled darks during the daytime. And there is a difference. There is a difference. So I mean, a couple of weeks ago I said I'm not sold on the cooled solar camera. And slowly but surely I'm thinking that it might make a little bit of a difference. So I mean, stabilized.
That's good.
Stabilized temperature is always good, and during the daytime it's a lot harder to have that stabilized temperature. So a lot of people are getting some good images from them. So
I want to do some deep sky stuff when I grow up someday.
I'm gonna put
Oh,
I'm
charity.
gonna put that on the screen. That's on the screen right now.
Oh
I have to
man,
do it.
that's
I love what Josh said. He's like the uncooled one. Sounds like a Lovecraftian eldritch horror.
doesn't it?
You are the
Just scary.
uncooled one.
Yes.
I'm gonna make a character. I've been writing a book for like 5 years, and I've never finished it. I got one of my other things, but hey, it's definitely interesting. So
Yeah.
hard to write a book. It's hard. I know a couple of authors, and I say, how do you do it? Like, man, all I do is sit at home and I think. I said,
You
I don't have
think?
time for that. I really don't have time for that.
Wow.
Hey, let me tell you something.
I don't have time for that.
You'll save a lot of money, a lot more money now. Let me tell you, I saved up all the money for 1 year when I quit smoking. I saved all the money for 1 year and I threw it in a bucket. You know what I bought with it?
What?
An entire entertainment center, a PlayStation 1, PS1. I quit a long time ago. Remember how long ago I quit? So PS1, a TV with speakers on the sides. Pretty cool for 2000. And what else did I buy? Oh, the first DVD player I ever bought, I bought with that cigarette. That's the money that
See?
I'm telling you.
I mean, because I don't know how much cigarettes are there in New York. Here, where I'm at, $11 for one pack.
One pack.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah.
it's
Because
like
around here, it's about
$120 a
$8.
carton.
It's yeah. I mean, because here they're about $8.50 a pack. So yeah, you imagine? Not
No.
only are you getting yourself healthier and your lungs are going to start repairing themselves almost immediately, they start repairing themselves, but you can save a truckload of money and
Yeah.
use it for other stuff.
And with all that
So
money, you might be able to get a gallon of milk.
I mean, but seriously, Charity, if you think about it, if you now this is just me, if you decided to save from now for 1 year, you decided to save all that money. And if you decided to get really interested and really serious about AP, you could do it just within 1 year of what savings you could get.
Well,
You
let's
could
think
get
about it.
a
If you smoke, if you're a moderate smoker at 3/4 of a pack a day, right?
Mhm.
Let's make it a half pack. Let's say it's about $8 a day that you spend on cigarettes.
Yeah.
Times that by 365 days, so that's 48, 12. So what is that? $1,200? Something like that?
$2,920.
$3,000. All right, so
Almost
$3,000.
$3,000. Almost 3,000.
$3,000 in a year. Holy crap.
Yeah.
That's at a half a pack. That's at $8 a day.
That's at $8 a day. Yes.
Wow.
So that's
So
crazy.
I see people talking about when they quit smoking, and Norm started smoking, they were 50 cents a pack. Norm, how old are you? Jesus. 50 cents a pack? That must have been in the 50s. So when I started smoking, it was 99 cents a pack. And I was able to get for $1, I was able to get a piece of bazooka gum. Norm's when I'm 64. That's not that. You're not that old. You ain't that old. Maybe I'm maybe I'm just making myself seem old. Shit. I guess 99 cents. 99 cents isn't that far from 50, I guess. Well, actually, my dad, he used to tell me a story. He used to smoke Chesterfields. And if you remember Chesterfields were the little cigarette packs like this big, like Camels, like original Camels, with no filter, no nothing. And
Yeah, no,
they were 24 cents for a pack. Now, you couldn't make a 20 when they had the cigarette vending machines where you pulled the thing out, you put your change in, you pulled the thing out, and it dropped, right? He would get a Chesterfields pack, and inside the pack, in every pack, was a penny. and that was your change when you put a quarter in, because they were made for quarter vending machines. So it's kind of crazy.
Wow. Yeah. Nope. Back in the 80s, people smoked in cars, houses, restaurants. Yeah. Now,
Dude,
now
I
you
smoked in
can't.
trains. I smoked in my
Yeah, you smoked in trains,
I smoked
planes,
in trains.
automobiles. You did it all.
When they started making diners like a no smoking area, and you just like when you walked out the no smoking area, it was like Fast Times at Richmond High, the van, that they came in and just they fell out, and with them came
Yep,
a
they
whole
just fell
barrel of
out.
smoke.
Yep.
So that's how it was, man. And I got mad too. I got mad. I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? I got to go to the smoking area, and it's so smoky in there. I want to share the love,
That's.
Oh, geez.
But no, I mean, even if you look, so almost $3,000 just by, putting that $8 a pack, and in your case, being at $11 a pack there in New York. So, I mean, that's yeah.
Tom's like,
$11. That's $4,000.
If I could just quit cocaine, I'd have an observatory.
No kidding, right? Right.
Got to stop buying those 8-balls, Tom. I mean, come on.
Oh my gosh. Oh yeah. Remember yellow walls and ceiling? Oh God, yeah.
Anyway. Oh, paneling. I got paneling all over the place. This is all paneling. It's all around me. All right. So what do we got going? Are we doing any giveaways tonight? I don't know. I didn't even look at it.
This is not quite the last Wednesday.
I gotta look at the calendar. It's the 20th.
Third Wednesday.
Oh, we got a Camera Concepts giveaway.
All right, there we go.
Let me get that rolling.
Why don't we go ahead and do that?
Let me get that rolling. So my buddy Jeff over at Camera Concepts has given us cash to give away. We're gonna
thank you again, Jeff. Really appreciate the support of the show, man. Really do.
Yeah. And then I think next Wednesday is the is it next Wednesday? The last Wednesday of the month is the Astral giveaway, I think. And then let's see. Astroworld. Where's my Wheel of Fortune? So did you see where Sean Nielsen was at the other night?
No, I didn't.
He was at the Duran concert.
Oh man! Talk about 80s. Talk about an 80s flashback, man. That's aging us both, dude. I still live in the 80s so much, man. Heck, it was so funny when you mentioned that. Just yesterday, my family, we are all upstairs in the family room, and we're doing 80s music karaoke.
Nice.
I mean, I'm doing like Phil Collins, and even my son Jackson, he's doing old school Elton John. He was doing Elton John.
I'm thinking, when I say 80s karaoke, I'm thinking things like Dream Boy, Dream Girl by Johnny O and Cynthia. And I'm thinking Pajama Party, say. I'm thinking like I'm thinking stuff like that, because that's I was a freestyle dancer in my day.
Oh God, I can only imagine.
Oh man.
ELO.
Thank God there was no video. Thank God.
Oh man.
Horrible. Anyway, let's go.
So,
let's
do this. Let's do this.
All right, here we go. $50 to Camera Concepts. And Carol Santulis, you better not win, because you've won 3 of them already. So there we go. $50.
Thomas, my wife.
John
Way to go! Congrats, John.
John Harris.
Congratulations,
I'll send you an email.
John Harris.
And you have to fill out some information, and we'll get you in the system, and we'll put you in for Camera Concepts for $50. $50.
All right. Congratulations. But no, real quick, Tom. I've also done that. My wife actually said that she wishes Pink would be her mom. She wants to be adopted by Pink.
Oh,
My-
Jen loves Pink. She wants to go see a Pink concert. She likes
yeah,
the whole acrobatic kind of thing that she
yes,
does.
yes. It's great. It's a great concert. We went. We took Cadence maybe a couple years ago into Chicago at the United Center and saw it. And I love Pink too. And I remember even So What? Katie would sing So What at like from 2 years old until like she was 5.
Nice.
You know, that was her song, So What? It was just great memories.
Oh man, I would love to see Styx, but I don't think that's gonna happen.
Yeah.
I saw Iron Maiden last year. I thought that was a lot of fun.
Sorry?
Iron Maiden.
Iron Maiden? Yeah, there you go.
Dude, those guys are awesome.
Chris, I went to see Pink. Oh man, Pink Floyd. That's Alice Cooper.
Oh my God.
Gosh.
We're
not worthy. We're not worthy.
Get up. You're worthy. Get up.
Oh yeah, I'll hang out. Yeah, we can hang out with you. Yeah, hang out with Alice Cooper. We're not worthy.
I was never an Alice Cooper fan. I was more of the Metallica, Queensryche, Maiden, that type of music.
Okay.
That's what I always love. I saw, you know what? I saw Queensryche about 6 months ago. And I stopped listening to Queensryche, I guess, at a high school. So, I mean, we saw Operation Mindcrime, which was an amazing album, an amazing tour. It was ridiculous. And I think that's the last album from them I bought. So I was like, my buddy Scott says, hey, you want to go see Queensryche? They're playing on Long Island. I said, sure, hell yeah, I'll go see Queensryche. That's going to be cool. It's not with, it's not with the main singer anymore. He left the band, but whatever the case may be, we go there. And on the train, I'm like, God, do you realize that since Operation Mindcrime, they've come out with 16 albums since then?
Wow.
He looked at me. He's like, what? I said, Scott, this is totally going to suck. He said, they're going to play like 3 songs that we know, and that's it.
That you guys know.
And he's like, no, they'll play more. It was their best album. You know how many songs they played that we knew?
How many?
5.
That's okay.
2.5 hours.
How many? 2.5. Oh, well, you mean you got 5 minutes, maybe 4 to 5 minutes, maybe
out of 2.5 hours, we knew about 20 minutes worth of songs.
You still about 20 minutes worth of songs. Yeah.
It was
okay.
It was dreadful. It was dreadful. And
wow.
No.
Although I did see Queensryche with Metallica, and that was awesome. So I'm glad I got to see.
There you go.
Jeff Tate.
There you go.
Jeff Tate was awesome. That guy was.
It took me quite some time to appreciate Metallica. I was already out of high school until I started appreciating like Metallica and stuff. I liked I don't know. It was me. I was Aerosmith. I like Aerosmith. I like Bon Jovi. I liked a lot of the. I loved Motley Crue. Crue was my band.
I seen Motley Crue 5 times. I saw them on the Feel Good tour.
Okay.
Oh,
so
awesome.
Yeah, Crue back in the day. That was
before Vince.
That was the hair band for me. Them and Guns N' Roses.
Oh well,
were the hair band for me.
Twisted Sister.
Oh God, yes.
Come on.
Yes, you gotta know.
Twisted Sister.
Yep.
They were like number 1 on like MTV just because of their videos. The videos were so funny. I mean, it was great. They knew they were freaking a bunch of jokers, so but it was hilarious. Come on, Twisted Sister.
Oh yeah. Dee Snider. I remember, you remember back in the back in the 80s, you had Top Gun and then you had Iron Eagle.
Oh yeah.
And Yeah, and they were pumping, D. Snyder and Twisted Sister off of Iron Eagle.
Well, Iron Eagle, the soundtrack was written by Queen. So
yes, it was. Yes,
one vision,
just like Highlander. One vision, exactly.
Well, actually, I'm sorry, you're right. The Highlander, the whole soundtrack was written by Queen.
The whole soundtrack was done by Highlander.
One Vision, which was in Iron Eagle, was on the same album as the Highlander soundtrack, which was
this kind of
magic was the name of the album.
Kind of magic. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Everyone still sings Pat
Benatar. You know what? Hit it, man. We are way, way off the rails here. So you may as well just
hit it. You know what? I'll hit the button. I gotta hit the button. Actually, I'll do this one first. Oh, no, that one doesn't work anymore.
That one doesn't work anymore.
That one doesn't work anymore. I guess I dropped the link.
Did you break the rails button?
No, I got the rails button. There you go.
Oh, man. That's funny. And now we're at a 4-up with Ron and Sean, and they're not even there. It's like, how do we? It's like, Dan, how did we get the 4-up?
Oh, that must be because it's set to go that way. So I just
that's funny. Yeah, rocking rails. There you go, man. That's it. Absolutely.
All right. Well, so it's about that time, I think.
Yes. Yep. I think it's about that time.
I think I'm just trying to see if I could. No, it's not there anymore. Let's see.
Yes, Daft Punk did Tron Legacy, and I love that soundtrack. That was, that electric. That was fun.
Stop whining. Stop whining.
So, playing around here with my. Oh, what happened? I just lost you. Where did we go? Playing around with my future concrete blocks that I'm going to be using for my new platform for my Sky Shed pod. It's going to be awesome.
Nice.
So easy, so light. You just set this down. I'm going to tamp out my gravel pad here and put these guys on and level them out. So it's going to be a lot of fun. That's going to be fun. Anyway, imaging just started. What are you working on, Mark? I want to know. Shoot. What are you? What you got the plane wave pointing at there, sir? What is? Mikey's got his cooling started.
There it is.
Stop whining.
It is, man. It's been all clouds since Sunday.
Stop whining.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep whining. If I don't get clear skies, I'm gonna keep whining.
Stop whining.
There it is. Okay, Mark's doing Deer Lick. All right. So, Mikey, what are you going to be imaging tonight? So you say you got your camera cooling now. Sherry's like, give me the button.
Tom.
Stop whining.
Okay. Mikey's going after the bubble and the lobster claw.
Nice. That's gonna be good.
That's gonna be
Mike,
good.
are you using the 4nm on that? That was the Altair? Yes, he is. Yeah, I'm so psyched to see some images on that. Mike purchased the 4nm Altair dual band filter from Astroworld, and
all right,
he says it's so nice.
Nice.
So nice. I'm really looking forward to see the color contrast versus the MBZ. I'm really curious to see that.
They keep talking about, they've got, like Altair and Aunt Leah, they got the NBZ killers and stuff like that. The ones that just are so much better than the NBZ.
Well, it's funny because NBZ, where do I have it? one of the things that was funny is that wasn't NBC. It was the D3, right? The light pollution filter.
Yes, yeah, the light pollution filter. Yeah, the
They
D3.
changed it.
Yeah.
They changed it. Now it's called the C3. I know I have it somewhere floating around
The
here somewhere.
C3PO.
Yeah. Well, it's the C3, but it's made by Citron, which is another Japanese company that they're selling. So
Okay.
So now no more D3. It's called the C3, LPS C3.
Okay. See here.
Yeah, well, you know what though, the NBZ for the price point is really, really good. You know, it's like $250 or less.
Yeah.
You know, depending on which one you get. And then, you know, you got the 4 nanometer dual band from Altair, which is like $500. But again, we talk about it all the time. Buy once, cry once, right?
Buy once, cry once. Yep, that's what Pete always says.
You know, I miss that guy. He's got to come back soon.
Yeah. Yeah, he needs to come back.
He is definitely missed here. And
for sure.
I know he's working a lot and traveling a lot. He's actually going to be in New Jersey next month. So we're going to get there.
Okay.
We're going to get together. But I'll be seeing you when we got to figure out when we're getting together because I'm leaving on Sunday.
Okay.
To go to Chicago. I'll be in Chicago Monday.
You're going to be in
Tuesday,
Chicago
Wednesday.
next week.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Okay. Well, shoot.
Well, figure it out.
I'll be ready. Yeah, whenever. I'll be there. You know, whenever.
Figure it out, because.
Yep. We'll chat offline.
Yeah. We'll get together. We'll do another drunken kind of live thing from some lobby somewhere, like we did last year.
Yep.
All right. Cool. All right. Well, it's 10 to 11. Why don't we do the Shana Na and say goodnight, sweetheart? And
yes.
Hey, yeah, it's a lot of stuff. D2, D3, D4, double D, triple D, quadruple D.
Yeah, they all confuse me too, so don't worry about it. You know, you don't feel too bad, Mark. You know,
F squared.
Yes. F2, F3.5, F4, F7. It's like, what are you? You know what? If anybody, you know, if I would have just talked to somebody right off the street and talking to them about focal ratios, and band pass, you know, and nanometer band passes, they'd be looking at me like, you know, like I got, you know, something that came out the side of my neck. Like, what are you?
Like, what was that? What was that Van Halen album? OU812. All right, everybody. Well, let's get out of here because my ears are hurting, and I think I need another drink because I'm off tomorrow. So
Well, again, thank you everybody for hanging out with us. We really appreciate, like you always do, especially to our awesome viewer membership and everybody here in the chat. Thank you guys for hanging out and making, you know, what we do so much fun. Don't forget, voting is open. So don't forget to go to astroworldweb.com/IOTW and vote for your selection for this week's image of the week, so it can move on to be selected, you know, be in one of those choices for image of the month for September. So when you get Dan, you'll come on down and you can help me put this sucker together. That's for
sure. Too bad you're getting it on the 30th. I'll be back in New York.
Yeah.
So sorry.
Yeah, so sorry.
I love you, man.
So we love you guys. We really appreciate all the continued support. And thanks for joining us on Wednesday. And this week, is it this Friday? I will be hanging out with who am I hanging with again? It's because Keith, from Steve. No, Steve. Sorry, Steve.
Entering into space.
From entering space. So definitely we'll do that over Zoom like I did last time. So look forward to that, and we'll be announcing the image of the week. And yeah, just clear skies. If you guys have got clear skies, Mark, Mikey, enjoy the skies, because right now I've got nothing but clouds.
Yeah. I got two clear nights last night and tonight, and I'm just like, I've been doing so much driving. I let these 2 nights go. I was just like,
Don't you just hate that sometimes?
It's horrible, And if I had a dome where I could just kind of push it over and let it go, I'd let it go. Let it go.
Hey,
let it go.
Let it go, man. But at some point, I will be trading in the clamshell when I get the clamshell. I will be trading that in for the Pod S if it can fit. I'm thinking that those guys can. I think they're interchangeable. So
yep.
We can go automation. So yeah.
Yep. All right, everybody. Well, everybody have a good night. It's almost 11 o'clock, so it's about that time. So again, like Erica said, thank you so much for hanging out with us. And don't forget, Eric, did you ever get that folder up for the 300th?
You know what? No, I haven't. I've got to spend some time with doing that. So that's going to be on my to-do list. So we can have that up in time.
Because we're 14
because we are fast
away.
approaching. Yeah, we are fast approaching episode 400, and I really want to get that done. So I'm going to have to definitely put that on my to-do list for
300.
No, so sorry, 300.
300.
Gosh, why am I thinking?
400.
No. Yeah, hanging out with you for 400 episodes, I must be nuts.
I'm telling you, man, it's crazy. But let me tell you, thank you everybody for hanging in there with us. And I know that sometimes that we do go off the rails, and it's usually led by yours truly. Hey, that's what we do, and that's what we kind of do. So eventually what I'll do is I'll do a sci-fi show, like a 20-minute thing, and I've been dying to do that for a while. But it's always great to go and talk about astrophotography. I know that I went commercial a little bit with this kind of stuff, but you know what? Hey, if I could get the stuff for people like everybody that's out there, and and help everybody and get everybody the knowledge that they need to take on this journey, I'm more than willing to do it. So I've had a lot. I've gotten in touch with a lot of cool people already, and just thank you so much for the support. For those of you that have either joined us on Patreon, joined us on YouTube, or made a purchase at the store, it doesn't matter. Thank you for the support, because it does help everything that we do. So you smiling at? What am I missing?
No, Charity's saying she has an original Star Trek type dress.
Oh, do you now? I think that was between the original red Star Trek dress and the Princess Leia dress and Return of the Jedi. I think that was two of most people's sci-fi fantasies out there. But anyway, everybody, have a good night. Take care. Enjoy the night with Eric and Steve on Friday night.
Yes.
Eric, Steve is on the Astroworld admin chat, so give him the link through that.
Yep.
That's where you can get it.
Yep.
But everybody, precious. But everybody have a good night. Take care. And enjoy the week. So on hump day. So have a good night, everybody. And remember, as always,
don't forget. Yep.
Go ahead.
No, keep imaging, keep educating, and clear skies. And we're going to see you with Steve on Friday. So be ready for that. So looking forward to seeing you guys while he's out, being a trophy husband.
And you know what? I'm okay with that. Have a good night.
See you.